Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tyen, also known as Empress 1111. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, hit the like button, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest readings. Divine masculines. Oh my God. You guys are going through some heavy shit. Seriously. There is no cutting it. There is no other way to say this. I can't cut the chase. I can't fake the funk on this one. When I laid these cards down, I felt like this was going to be a really heavy ass reading. I still know, still feel that this is going to be a heavy reading. But without further ado, let me go ahead and give you a dose of your medicine. Get into this reading. I highly recommend that you purchase the extended version so you can do your healing, because this shit right here is too much for one person to endure. Seriously, it is a lot. The divine masculines and the divine feminine collectives are all going through some things. And before I get into it, let me just go ahead. This is a caveat. This is something that I feel inclined to say. The divine collectives for the masculines and the feminines readings are going to change based off of the collectives. And it does not mean that it's your twin, but if you came to the channel, obviously you're on that vibratory frequency and it may relate to you. If you're not going through it, it may be something that you will go through, okay? So I want you to keep an open mind. If it resonates, good. If it doesn't resonate, that's fine too. I'm not here to force anything. I'm just the messenger, all right? Let's go ahead and get right into the reading. I call upon air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. I also call upon the highest of the highest, which is Yadhe, to be able to give me the information that is necessary for this reading and the transmission that the divine masculine and divine feminine need to take in to be able to transmute, transform with the violet light, and to eternalize what is necessary in order for them to come into union, because that is the ultimate goal. And Yadhe Vahe, I know that you created this twin flame journey in union for those that have found their twins so they can have union. And everything that you do is complete. And you bless it, and you bless our efforts. And everything that will come back to us that we do in our works will come back pressed down, shaken, and measured out. Thank you, Father, Mother God. Thank you so much. And so it is. Wow. All right, you got the Zen Garden, Inner Sanctuary. You know, I'm sensing for a lot of divine masculines that you are in this place of doing introspection, and that the lady that's on this card represents you. You right now are in this place, and she is looking back at you like a mirror, like an observer. She radiates love, wisdom, which stands firmly in her own truth. And so right now you have this place of, I feel like you feel convicted. Let me go ahead. You know what? Let me read from the book. Let's see what the book has to say about you. Life is full of ups and downs, a constant ebb and flow between war and peace. Everything has a positive and a negative charge. Harmony and disharmony, order and chaos, clarity and confusion, calm and conflict, all are partners. In our physical world, you cannot have one without the other. Yet, like all of us, you sometimes wish that things could change. Why can't we just live in peace? Well, the answer is the peace is possible, but you can only find it from within. The first step is to accept the world as it is. Just let things be. Trust that everything happens for a reason and that there is a higher purpose for all things. Now become aware of your breath. Let it guide you to a place of peace and light, a beautiful garden with the golden chamber of your heart. It is here, within your inner sanctuary, that you will find the peace you seek. Peace is only possible when there is peace within our hearts. When you are able to find peace, even in the midst of chaos, then you are a true master. All right. Divine Masculine. This card represents the energy of your relationship. Excuse me. That always happens when I'm doing a deep reading. Without fail, I almost expect it on every deep reading. The energy of your relationship between you and your baby is chaotic. It's like a tug of war going back and forth with you and her. It's like you guys are playing Russian roulette with your heart. One injure today, one harm tomorrow. And you're wanting this energy to clear out, but you just don't know how. You're encircled around confusion right now. That's in your vibratory resonance. And that is what is emulating into your sacred union with your divine feminine. You see, so within, so without. What is going on in the inside of your world, your inner world, your enemy, which is your inner me, is reflecting on your outer world, which is the reality of what you're seeing playing out in your twin flame dynamic. Excuse me. And so, whenever there's chaos and when there's ever disputes and disagreements between you and your divine feminine, breathe. The power is in the breath. The power is not in combating. The power is not into one-upmanship and to get her back and to get even. But the power is in the breath. Next, you have the Jack of Clubs. Okay, with the Jack of Clubs, this represents your energy. A person that has the Jack of Clubs uses their creative talents, their mental acuity, and people that have this card, they tend to be clever when they use their mental prowess. They can manifest whatever it is that they want. Whatever they place their attention on, it comes into manifestation. And due to their innate ability to create and focus, they can also attain affluence and wealth. So I'm sensing for some of you, divine masculines, you are in a prominent position. You have amassed wealth and clout, and you are in a leadership position that is demanding. And this could be driving your divine feminine crazy because you're not showing up and you're not present in the relationship. Okay. And there are people that are demanding of your time that is around you. They're expecting you to perform and to express to them your talents, your qualities, your workmanship, etc. And they truly rely upon you. And this is because of the kingsmanship that you have. Okay. You have responsibilities of a king. Okay. And you would normally acquire leadership positions and roles that you deserve. And you are never the type of person to back down, okay? The Jack of Clubs person is definitely a person that stands their ground during confrontations. You do not buckle under pressure. That's for damn sure. And I feel that you have like an androgynous nature to you. And that means that you're able to traverse the male and female boundaries with ease. And you represent the occurring and age of melding the opposites. You're a forward thinker. You are the one that will test societal norms and conditions. And you have a knack for traversing boundaries, also included in boundaries of honesty and dishonesty. And you know how to play the left field and the right field with the ability to swing back and forth from both fields effortlessly. So your shadow side is that you could be manipulative as well. Another thing is you're a forward thinker. You think for yourself, but when it comes to relationships, you need to learn how to give and take and to do it equally. And you got to do this through compromise and cooperation, which some jack of clubs have a difficulty doing. Okay. The temptation to control, the temptation to resist when you know that you can be influenced, but you choose not to be influenced because you feel like that will compromise your current situation. And so it becomes a stressful relationship for you, especially when you have a seven of spades that show up in Venus, which indicates lessons through relationships. And perhaps through relationships, that is when the jack of deck feel complete in his spiritual task all along. So people that have this card, they experience for themselves mental acuity, thinking ability, communication, information, knowledge, and education for careers. These are normally what you tend to gravitate to. Okay, now let's move to your next card. Oh, wow. You're all tied up. You're feeling stuck. I'm going to read from the book just because I don't want to miss a beat. I mean, it's obvious you're in a situation that you feel like you're being blocked and that you can't move. And it does seem like it's something that's pretty much self-imposed. It doesn't seem from the energy that I'm getting from this card that it's your circumstances that are around you unless you put yourself in this type of circumstance. Let me read from the book and we'll get some more clarity about it. All right, this card shows a woman tied up with vines around her wrists, body, and arms. Receiving this card upright represents a situation in your life where things seem to be very severely stuck. A major drama may be going on around you, stopping you from moving forward, or it may be that some technicalities are blocking your way. Perhaps you're waiting for a contract to be signed or an agreement to be made. Whatever is holding things up, the restrictions may be feeling quite oppressive at this time. If this isn't technically the case for you, what's tying you up is your own personal stuff. Look at your life and see how you can be your own jailer. You are imprisoning yourself. Are you tying yourself up in some emotional angst or in a negative habit that you refuse to deal with? If so, it's time to cut the vines and make some serious changes now. You needn't live in your self-imposed jail any longer. I don't like that word needn't. That's like a double negative. I would never say that. Okay. So you know I read that from the book, honey, because that don't flow. Anyhow, you get the point. You're either in a self-imposed prison, you're either in a situation that some other people are in and you're in a contract maybe. This is for the collective. Take what resonates. This is a general reading, but those are the three things that it could be. And the fourth thing being that you can have a habit that's keeping you from your divine counterpart. And you know that your divine counterpart don't like that habit. And so therefore, you're allowing something that is a vice keep you from your virtue. That doesn't make sense. But who am I to judge? We all got things that we got to work on, don't we? All right, here's the Nine of Swords. As you can see, this is self-explanatory. You're up all night, hurting and pain and agony because of this situation that you're stuck in, because you really want to come forward to be with your divine feminine, but you're entangled in this web that you've spun or allowed someone else to spin around you. And the cards are here to show you that at any time you can just come untangled from this web. You don't have to stay up all night tossing and turning and worrying about your future. This contract that may or may not even come into fruition for you. While you're being jailed in this self-imprisonment, guess what's happening outside of you? Life is happening outside of you. Look at that window. Look at that little bitty window. If you see that, the moon is shining and it looks like it's an eclipse. I'm just saying, you want to go ahead and get free from this situation. This situation no longer serves you. And I've told you this so many times on so many of your readings. The next card is the Thinking Woman. With the Thinking Woman, this could represent either yourself or someone that you know, and it can even represent your divine feminine. Someone that you can trust, someone that you can confide in, someone that can lead and direct you. You don't probably feel that your divine feminine can do that right now because of the situation that you're in and the mental headspace that you're caught up in, but it's true, or this card wouldn't be laying here. Okay, so this person is going to be able to help you to clear yourself and free yourself from the situation that binds you. You need to find that voice and let your wisdom shine and stop blocking out your inner intuition. Okay. With this card, you got the Eight of Wands. You're definitely moving away from this situation that has held you back, and you're moving forward. That's why the wands are pointing ahead of you. So that's a good thing. I'm glad you're coming out of that stalemate energy. The next card is you have the fourth chakra upside down, which means that your heart, you've closed it. Some of you have closed off your heart. You're blocking your blessings. You're blocking it. And it's because of fear. This is the shadow side. This is also in the original tarot known as the Devil card. With the shadow side, I promise Source that I will read from the book, because Source is guiding this and directing this. And when Source says read from the book on certain cards, so you guys can get the meaning that it actually means on a card and not my interpretation of it, then I listen. And I'm starting from the very first sentence. The shadow side replaces the traditional devil card, which is don't identify with the concept of devil figure. The shadow side shows what happens when you let fear and panic take over. The card illustrates a couple cringing away from a shadowy and frightening figure. They are alone in a sinister forest. Clearly, their fear is ruling them. The clothes of the man and the woman are dark and dreary, representing their unhappiness at being in a dark place in their lives. The posture and expressions of the couple illustrate their fear and show they have inadvertently given away their power to someone or something else. Running and hiding from the shadowy creature is not helping the couple, nor are they finding any comfort. Instead, they must turn and face their fears and stop letting situations and people frighten, intimidate, or upset them. This can also be, I'm stopping the reading. Divine masculines, this can also be you and your divine feminine. Stop letting your divine feminine upset you, and vice versa. Divine feminines that are listening, stop letting your divine masculine upset you, and stop being fearful. Okay, back to the reading. We all must walk through dark times now and again. The question is, are you going to rise to the occasion and defeat your fears? Will you face the challenging people in your life and deal with the situation head on? Or will you whimper and fret about it? Face your adversities, face your adversaries, and fight back with honor and integrity, and you will defeat those who challenge you. If it's your divine feminine, divine masculine that you feel that has challenged you, face it head on with justice, with love, with dignity, with integrity. Look at the card. This is the couple. This is the divine feminine. This is the divine masculine. They've got a scary figure in the background that they're so frightened about. This represents your relationship. You're allowing outside influences to keep you from your baby. I'm going to put an epidote on this card for healing. I feel naturally that in this union, you, divine masculine, you have run away from it out of fear. You've had no real tangible reason to run from this union. Don't be a coward. Muster up the boldness that you have. Be the courageous man that you are, with the strength of the Lion of Judah. Okay? Get yourself together so you can be here for your baby. so you can be here most importantly for yourself. Next card, you have first chakra, Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is here to help you to get grounded, to get rooted. A lot of you are financially set, but you're not grounded spiritually. The root chakra, a lot of people mistake the sacral chakra for just money and being grounded, but this is your first chakra. This is your first step on the spiritual ladder. You're not being connected with your higher self. You have some cords to cut. You have some ties to cut with friends, family, lovers, etc. Addictions you need to get rid of. This represents addictions too. And it's coming all throughout your reading. It's very clear that you need to get rid of these addictions, because I'm going to say first and foremost, this is what has been ruining the collaboration and the reconciliation that you are not able to make. You're unable to make it because you're not in spiritual alignment and spiritual vibration for it, because you have lower energy that's pulling you down. Michael's here to clear it for you. He showed up in your reading. And after that's cleared, you will have the compassion of the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups represents compassion. You will look at your divine feminine in a more compassionate manner. You will offer her this love cup, because that's what the Queen of Cups offer. She offers her love cup, and she has her emotions. She's very nurturing, very giving, very charismatic, very heartfelt, and very true and honest. This is going to be your energy, because Michael showed up to clear it for you. And all you have to do is that you accept, all you have to do is say that you accept this clearing, that you are now cleared in your root chakra. All of your relationships are in harmony, and that you have a clear and direct mind to move forward. And if you agree with this, all you have to do is say yes. And if you said yes, so it is. All right. There is some serious healing that needs to be done on this reading. You can get the extended version for $11.11. Divine Masculines, I recommend that you do this. Please do the work. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe. Leave a love donation if you feel inclined to. Or you can purchase something from my Amazon gift registry and it will show up on the channel. I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.